The ocean's creatures may freak out some people, but the water should scare you the most. Out in the sea, gigantic rogue waves form and give sailors nightmares just thinking about them. They can easily reach the height of several stories, making them the deadliest part of the sea. From watching multiple waves hit your cabin window to wedding crashers, here are 10 rogue waves you wouldn't believe if not filmed. Luckily, you're safe from these waves as long as you're far from the coast, so don't worry about one rolling your way while watching this video. Number 10. Accident at Mavericks. With the biggest surf competition happening at Mavericks Beach, California, it makes sense lots of people will attend. Unfortunately, the crowd got a little more than what they expected on a February morning in 2010. The tides grew large that day, and some waves were big enough to crash into spectators who thought they stood in a safe area. Even the stage and sound equipment got hit hard. The 50-foot waves injured 13 people while knocking down around 40 people. The only serious injuries were a broken leg, a broken ankle, and few others who needed to go to the hospital. Before we move on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now so you never miss a video. Number 9. Surfing a monster wave. Surfer Nathan Florence made headlines all over the scene after tackling an insane wave at Chopu. The last time someone had attracted attention to this location was surf legend Andy Irons. Tim Bonathan filmed the entire event. A thick wall of water lifts several other surfers out of the way before it starts breaking. Then Florence takes it for a ride. Now surrounded by a tunnel of rushing water, he gracefully glides across the wall. Bonathan, now at the crest of the wave, barely captures Florence as he rides out of the wave and celebrates his successful surf. Number 8. Conquering massive waves. It's hard for extreme surfers to deny the greatness of riding a rogue wave. A surfing YouTuber named Jacuzzi Surfer shows us how far they go to catch monster waves. Traveling to Nazaré, Portugal, where some of the most giant waves have occurred, he and his crew caught waves that were 60 feet high, which were almost as tall as a 6-story building. He goes down the tower of water as it grows into a mountain. Then the water breaks into a foamy and salty avalanche that almost consumes him. Of course, surfing these kinds of waves is filled with danger, but to say you've ridden out a 60-foot wave seems pretty worth the bragging rights. Number 7. Giant wave off California coast. Catching an enormous rogue wave on camera doesn't often happen because they're unpredictable and really only happen in the deeper waters. However, a California man seized the opportunity to film a gigantic wave in 2005. Uploaded by user Agiazium, he captures a rogue wave forming near the Piedras Blancas lighthouse. According to him, nobody he knew had ever seen a wave like this one. He claims that the wave was about 70 to 100 feet high, though it's hard to tell with something so far away from the camera. Still, the scale of the wave in the clip makes the estimate a likely possibility. He fortunately caught it in time because it quickly broke and disappeared. If it really was more than 100 feet tall, he should feel lucky that it happened way out into the ocean. Number 6. Wave crashes wedding. Weddings are a celebration of two people in love making a lifelong commitment to each other. It's considered rude to intrude on this special occasion, but Mother Nature doesn't really care what we think. The couple held the ceremony at Laguna Beach, California, overlooking the beautiful ocean. They stood upon a rock hanging over the water for the perfect photo shoot. But standing on rocks at the beach has been known to cause accidents. Out of nowhere, a rogue wave crashed into the happy couple, sweeping them off the rock. A person filming the incident captured the moment it took them down as he stood from a lookout point near the Montage Hotel. He notified lifeguards who then rushed to save the couple. Though they escaped with little injuries, it's a shame that such a gorgeous dress got soaked in salt water. Number 5. Biggest wave ever ridden. Currently, Brazilian surfer Rodrigo Coxa holds the honor of surfing the biggest wave ever surfed. At the iconic coast of Nazaré in November 2017, the surfer rode down the wall of water that rose 80 feet high. Pictures and video taken of Coxa during the Quicksilver XXL event show a scene with the wave dominating the screen. In one astonishing photo, a group of spectators and a red tower are dwarfed by the mountainous wave. Coxa is in the center of the wave, looking more like an ant than a person. If not for the white streak made by his board, It'd be almost impossible to spot him. He broke the Guinness World Record for the largest wave surfed. As he rides down in the video, it looks like the crashing waves might knock him off, but he comes out of the clouds still standing. Number 4. North Sea Rogue Wave. Traveling out to sea comes with many concerns, and for me, encountering a rogue wave head-on is the top one. No matter how good your boat is, one rogue wave can take it out easily. In this short video, with over 14 million views on YouTube, we get to witness the horror of confronting such a monster. According to the title, this happened in the North Sea, a location notorious for inclement weather and giant waves. The video starts right as the water swells up into a towering beast, with the ship moving toward the wave. Luckily, the ship climbs up safely, but the waters aren't done yet. They endure a few more giant waves, but the most surprising thing is that the crew laughs as it happens. A member even says that it was awesome. I'm not sure I'd be so joyful about this situation, and maybe it's just how they cope with the possibility that these waves could turn them over effortlessly. Number 3. Jaws Strikes. Hawaii's Jaws Beach is infamous for its gigantic and thick waves. Many surfing events are held here, where many surfers dream of overcoming the massive waves. Mike Parsons, a professional surfer and coach, visited Jaws Beach with a film crew behind him. He towed out into the water to catch a 64-foot wave. With a camera crew filming in a helicopter, Parsons took on the giant wave, gradually becoming smaller as it grew and broke over him. This clip became viral several years back, but it was filmed a while ago, back in 2003, for the Billabong Odyssey film, which documented big wave surfers as they confront some of the biggest waves surfed. Number 2. Waves with explosives. After the devastating World War II, the US continued to test out nuclear weapons. They took their experiments to the Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. More specifically, the Navy had developed a naval ship that could withstand the force of a nuclear blast. To test these ships, they created a bomb named Helen of Bikini and detonated it underwater. The resulting explosion displaced 2 million tons of water that shot up 5,000 feet into the air, creating a towering mushroom column. During one test, the blast created waves so huge that one wave flooded the whole island where the cameraman stood, forcing them to climb up trees to avoid injuries. Number 1. Front row to crashing waves. Ever wondered what it's like to be in stormy waters with huge waves crashing into you? You might not want the experience, but musician Stephen J. Burke gives us the chance to see it through a video. He boarded the Anthem of the Seas cruise ship that went from New Jersey to Florida. The waters were extra terrible that day, with winds up to 120 miles per hour. As made clear by the video, you wouldn't want this to be your view. The waves constantly crash into his cabin window, which was on the third deck of the ship. Because they didn't want to get overturned like a pancake, the ship headed back to New Jersey. Despite having thousands on board, only 4 received injuries. Would you ever try to surf a rogue wave that's bigger than a 6-story building? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody!